It's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity. Today we are diving deep into some Boxycharm reviews because I'm sure you guys have noticed I haven't done many Boxycharm reviews and unboxings on my channel lately because I was traveling for February and March. Let's just dive right into some reviews. Alright, so first up we had the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizing Primer, and I still have it here. I gave it a good try, but I just don't get it. I put it on and it's for a luminizing primer, this is probably my favorite because the shimmer in it is extremely fine. So this is actually a primer that is really pretty on its own. But over makeup, I just don't get it. And I don't see it making my makeup last any longer, anything like that. So for me, it was fine. It just didn't do anything, so I won't ever be using it and I would never, repurchase it or anything. So next up from the February box, we had the It Cosmetics Brow Power. It's a universal eyebrow pencil. I gave that one to my mom, but I have purchased it in the past and used it, and I really do like it. It's a bit of a firmer consistency, but for me, I don't mind that because I don't want something very soft and very tiny, and that, it was a little bit larger of a size, so that didn't bother me. And if that doesn't bother you, I would definitely recommend it. I never had any complaints when I was using it. We also got a palette in February's box. It was the Glam Metals palette from Crown Pro. That's one I left with my sisters after I was done visiting them. It was nice. Not all the colors were very nice. It was all metallic or a metal type of finish except for the black. And it was just okay. I did one or two looks that I liked, but it just didn't wow me. The color combo, it was one of those palettes where I feel like I just want it for like a pop on the lid and that was it. It just didn't impress me, so that was kind of a fail for me from that box. Then we also had from Pure Cosmetics, it was a Bronze and Brighten Cheek palette. This I also left with my family and it was really, really nice. Like, oh my goodness, that highlight there was blinding. It was very, very pretty, but the bronzer and the cheek color just, they were beautiful, but it was just too much. Like, I didn't want that bright of a color on my cheeks, and then I would never bronze with that because the bronzer was like a highlight basically. It was that intense of a shimmer, but you're expected to bronze with it. I just didn't get that. And then last up from the February box, we got the Grande Cosmetics Grand Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper. No, it's fine. It gives you a little bit of tingle. I have it on my lips right now. I do like it as like a gloss. It's nice. It doesn't look streaky or weird, or bunching up with, in weird places with the color. But for the plumping aspect, I don't really notice anything. I only feel like the kind of minty, tingly sensation for like maybe a minute, and then it just feels like a regular gloss, and I don't notice it plumping at all. I mean, maybe it plumps my lips a little bit so you don't see as many lines, but that's it. Like, there's no plumping. It's just kind of a smoothing, I guess would be a better accurate description of what this can do for you. The smell, I don't like the smell, and I can't even name it, but it just kind of smells like a chemical spice. That's a way I guess I could describe it. It's very odd. I don't enjoy it when I put it on my lips all around, and the price too is like $27. Now that I've tried it, nah. Alright, moving on to the March box. We got this Naked Cosmetics, it's called the Holographic Highlighter Palette. So when I initially got this, I was really intrigued and hopeful. I have it on my cheek today, and on my inner corner I use the blue one. I'm not crazy about it, and for me this is a fail. I feel like when I use these dry, for one, they have a lot of glitter that kind of gets everywhere. But when I use this dry, it just applies and gives me a white cast to the top of my cheeks, and I don't really see much of the iridescent color coming through, or even much of the shimmer. So I was like, okay, well, let me try wetting my brush. And I tried wetting my brush, and oh my goodness, the first place I put down my brush, all the color just stuck there, and I sat there trying to blend it out, and it took forever. And even after I kind of blended and sheared it out, there was still like such an intense patch right here. I don't recommend that. And that's the first time it's ever happened. I've wet my highlighters, like the brush, when I'm putting a highlight on. I've wet it a lot, and I've never had that issue. So the way I wore it, and that I actually got it to work for me and show up, was to mist my face and set my face, and then wait a couple seconds, and then go on with the highlight on top, and that worked. But even with that, like, it worked, yes, but it's just takes too much work to build up, way too much work to build up if you want these colors to show through, like this blue, this green. If you want that, it's just going to take a whole lot of building, and it just looks too glittery too. Then they also included a Cover FX product called the Shimmer Veil, and I was super intrigued because people were saying it's kind of like the Stila Magnificent glitter and glow that I love so much, but without not so much glitter, just kind of like intense shimmer. And it just, I've tried this so many ways, and it does not work for me. I tried it just with the applicator and just kind of patting it on. It was so thick and cakey, it looked terrible, and then it flaked off everywhere throughout the day. So I was like, okay, let me try it with the glitter glue and using a brush. The brush just was way too patchy. I kept having to kind of go and try to touch up areas, and then as I'm going and messing with it, I built it up too much and then it just looked bad. So I was like, okay, let me try my finger. That way I make sure I keep it really sheer and stuff. And I used my finger again with the glitter glue, and it just looked too patchy still. It just didn't look nice to me. And it still, even with the glitter glue, I still had flaking and I still had creasing on my eyes. So no matter what way I tried to use this, I didn't like it, so I'm done with it. I just couldn't get it to work. Then from Vintage Cosmetics, we had the Smoky Eye Pencil, and I have this in my in my waterline, and this works, but I find that, like, for example, when I first used it, it was so watery and sheer in my eyes, I thought it was crap. And then the next time I went to use it, I sharpened it and like completely took that first layer away, and then it was a lot better and it looked a lot nicer. But I noticed a couple days after that, it was starting to dry out again. So I had to sharpen it down to get that, you know, intense, you know, kind of gel that you want in your waterline. So I just find that it dries out way too fast. So for me, this is a total dud, especially considering the price. I can go get Rimmel. It's under $5. So yeah, this for me, it works. It's beautiful. But the fact that I continually have to sharpen it, I'm going to go through this very quickly, and it's not worth the price. Then I had the Seraphim Botanicals as a Sugar and Lemon Moisturizing Lip Buffer. I really like this. It's expensive for $24, but you only need the tiniest amount, so I'm curious to see how long it'll take me to go through this, whether I would repurchase it. But I really do enjoy it because it does have some, you know, the kind of exfoliating beads, but it's very moisturizing on the lips. I really like it. I'm going to keep using it. I'm going to keep it in my everyday makeup drawer for the days when I kind of want to buff my lips out before I put on a lipstick. But I really like it. The price is high though. Then last up was the Crown Pro Trio Brush Set. I just don't like it. These are the 3 brushes, and I just felt like they gave us very interesting sizes, except for like this brush can be used as kind of just a typical eyeshadow brush. But this one was really small. I ended up using it for contour. It was my favorite way to use it. And then this, I tried using it to set my whole face, but it just took too long because it's so small. So I ended up using it as blush. It worked better. They're just awkward in size. I have other brushes that I prefer, and they retail for $30. Maybe I'm just misunderstood, but I thought Crown was super affordable. And for them to tell me that each of these brushes is basically worth like $10 a piece, no way. You can spend like less money and go get some Real Techniques brushes, and the quality is way better. All right, moving right along to last month's box. This is the BAECATION box. The first thing that I picked out and saw from this box was the Pure and Boxycharm eyeshadow palette. I was so excited about this palette. It just looked very unique and different. That's what had me the most excited. There were these pinky peach colors, a blue. It's different. I don't have anything like it in my collection. I was totally disappointed. Let's put it that way. The mattes are okay. I'm going to be sticking a close-up in here. These mattes that I've used, they have a lot of bumps in it now that I've used it. They just, like, as I'm using these mattes, it just looks super bumpy and weird, and I don't know, that kind of concerns me, and maybe it's just because it's a cheaper product, because honestly, I love the layout, but the quality feels very cheap. And I saw this on Ulta website for like $34. No way. No way. The fact that I got it in my Boxycharm and I paid $21 for a bunch of products, it's like, okay, like I'll keep it in my collection and use it when I want this kind of unique look. I don't feel as disappointed in this palette or like angry at this palette because I got it for a fraction of $21 because I got a bunch of other products with it. But $34 on the Ulta website, even on sale, even with a discount, no, save your money. I do understand people wanting to get it for the variety and the uniqueness of this palette, but the quality is just not there with it. I'll leave an Instagram tutorial link down below where I use the blue on my eyes. It was so frustrating to use. Even today it was kind of frustrating. I used the blue underneath, and there's a lot of very chunky, like silver or clear chunks of glitter, but it got into my eyes and really irritated it. And then even now, as I've been wearing this throughout the day, I'm getting these glitter spots all over my face, and I did use a glitter glue, so it's not working very well. And then of course this black has the, you know, staple glitter infused matte black. I don't know why they do that. So overall, For the price they are saying this is worth, no, don't waste your money. Next up, I got the Double Decker Lashes from Brother London, and I really do like this mascara. I applied it. It's the only thing I have on my lashes right now, and it reminds me of this It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara because of this really big, thick wand, but I just like it. It doesn't give you anything crazy, but it volumizes my lashes nicely, plumps them up, gives them a tiny bit of length, not a ton of length, but it's a nice one and done mascara. I don't notice any like flaking on the face during the day, so overall I do like it. I will continue to use this tube and be happy using it, so there's that. I also got these South Main under eye gels. They 3-pack. They retail for $10. I didn't like them. They were a little too thick for me, and you had to wear them for 30 minutes. For one, I don't have time to sit around for 30 minutes. I would do it in the morning and kind of as I'm getting ready, but even then it would delay me like finish getting ready for the day, and I didn't like that. And then they were really thick, so I constantly had to be pushing them up. And I mean, if you're supposed to like lay down with them and like have a spa moment, sure, I guess it's my own fault, but after the 30 minutes, I didn't notice anything big. Like when I put on my makeup, my under eyes looked the same. Like they didn't look any more hydrated. Overall, nah. We also got a Pretty Vulgar blush in the shade Hush Blush. And the packaging is really nice. I noticed it doesn't last the longest on me. I feel like when I wash my face off at the end of the night, there's no trace of blush left. Whereas it's kind of normal for my blush to fade a little bit throughout the day, but at least still be there a little bit, you know, when I wash my face. But for this, I didn't really notice any. And another thing, it's very hard to open. Like I kind of have to kind of push it sideways and twist it. Yeah. To open it, I don't know. It's just something I've noticed every time I went to open it, I would kind of have to take another extra couple of seconds to open it up. Not a huge deal, but a little bit of a con for me because I have so many other blushes in this color that I don't have to do that with. Gives you a nice, decent amount of payoff. I didn't see any complaints with that. And yeah, overall this was just okay. I wasn't mad that I got it in the box. And then last up for the last month's box, we got Vintage Cosmetics Company, their Smoky Eye Brush Set. There are 3 of them. I'm missing one. I'm so sorry. I will stick a picture of what the actual set looks like, but here's the 2 that I have. I think the other one's washing somewhere. My apologies. But these were just okay. They claim it retails for $23, and someone pointed out, was it Lauren May Beauty? Someone pointed out that this brand you can often find at TJ Maxx for like under $10. So it was kind of like, oh really? You know, I mean, I understand it's probably the retail value, but like you never buy it for that price kind of thing. So I don't know. Anyway, they're just okay. Like it looks like it'd be good for blending, but it's not tapered enough on the side for it to do that. This is a decent smudger, but it came like bent up, and I washed it like 3 times and it doesn't fix the shape, so it's just a little awkward. I don't know, it's just the cut on the bristles isn't the nicest, put it that way. I have other brushes that do a much better job, especially for blending, than these brushes do. So I wasn't impressed with this eye brush trio. So we somehow made it through 3 boxes worth of reviews, but now let's move on to the fun part, which is unboxing my newest box for the month of April. One thing to note, they changed up the little pamphlet. They usually send something like this in when you get a box, but now it is this little like that. So I don't know, that's different, and it has all the information inside there. But anyway, let's dive right in, and I see the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner. I was contemplating if I should try this or not, and I think I'm not going to try it just because I have so many purifying masks right now. So I think this is going to be one that I'm just going to sell off to someone else. Oh, by the way, quick intermission. If you are wanting to see what I'm selling, because I often, with Boxycharm, if it's something I don't use or I'm just not going to get any use out of it, I try to resell it so someone else can get use out of it, and at least I make a couple dollars back off of the, you know, box, so then I can put it into the next month's box, if any of that made sense. But anyway, I use POSHMARK to sell it, and so if you're curious to see, you know, if you want to use this product because it's brand new, let's see, still will have the seal on it. I'm going to leave my POSHMARK account down below. I did quickly want to mention it in a video because I just finished uploading my last declutter video, but through the course of uploading these, I've had some people ask like, oh, if you're selling any, I'd love to buy it off of you. And I was always telling people like, well, no, I don't sell PR. I'm giving that to friends and family, and I have all these products that I'm giving away. But I totally forgot. I set aside a small box of products that I had purchased with my own money, and that was not used up enough that I wouldn't feel bad reselling, if that makes sense. So I had put them in a box and I put them away, and I was like, I'll sell them in like a Facebook selling group that I'm in later after the baby gets here. And then I just forgot. So I think it was a week or two ago I discovered that box, and I was like, shoot, I was supposed to put these up for sale. So I'm using POSHMARK now. So if you're curious to see a couple products that might still be around from when I did all those declutters, check out my POSHMARK. It'll all be there. Feel free to make an offer. I'm just wanting to get these products to new homes and not sitting in a box in my closet. So let's resume with the unboxing. So next up, everyone got a ColourPop palette, and I was super excited to see what I got. And I got the Semi-Precious palette, which was a little disappointing. I had wanted to get anything kind of but this palette and the, what is it? There was two palettes that were like all shimmer or glitter, and I didn't want either of those. And then I got this one, which is one of all shimmer. So I am going to be trading this. I am in a group, which I can link down below, but I'm in a Facebook group of Boxycharm. It's like swap and sell. So people, when they get their box, if they didn't want something and want to swap with someone or just sell it off at an inexpensive price to someone else, you can do that in that group. So I actually was talking to a lady on there, and we are going to swap palettes. She has the My Little Pony palette from ColourPop. So I'm going to be sending this to her, and then I'll be getting my My Little Pony palette, and I will be putting that one to the test, and I will bring you a review on the My Little Pony palette. Another product that you're going to be able to find on my POSHMARK is the Tarte's Pro Glow. It's the liquid highlighter in Exposed. I'm sure it's beautiful, but y'all, I'm just not into the liquid highlighters and have no desire to get into it. For me, this just doesn't work with my style, so I'll be selling it so someone else can at least get some use out of it. But yeah, I wasn't too thrilled. I was kind of hoping, I think the other thing you could have gotten was the MAC like sheer lipstick, and I would have preferred that over this. So it's always a gamble with these, but I don't want this. I am excited to get this. This is the Brow Gal Tinted Brow Gel with Microfibers. My favorite way to do my brows, if I'm not, you know, doing my face up extremely well, just maybe light makeup for the day, is I just like to run through my brows with a brow gel with some microfibers, and I feel like I'm put together. My brows don't need much, but just need to stay in place. So I love these types of products. This is from the Brow Gal. I hear good things about it, but here's what it looks like, and then it just has, ooh, a really tiny wand. I am really excited. So yeah, I cannot wait to give this a try this month. And then the very last product is from Ebates, New York. It's a high definition liquid lipstick, and either they only sell one liquid lipstick or they didn't bother to include a name, because I was looking all over and I cannot find a name for this liquid lipstick color. And it's definitely a color I will wear, so I'm excited about that. But oh, it almost seems like lip glossy. Like when I pulled it out, it was kind of stringy. I don't know if this is one that will dry down. I kind of hope it will, because that's my preference when it comes to a liquid lipstick. But it doesn't look like it's drying down. It definitely looks very thick. I don't know. I had high hopes when I was just looking at it in the tube, but swatching it and seeing it, I don't know, it just seems very sticky and thick. I'll be giving it a try, and I guess we shall see. All right, so those are all the products in my April box. Wasn't the best box for me. I mean, I'm still going to get a ColourPop palette to try out. I'll just have to spend a little bit more money to ship it. And I am really excited about the Brow Gal. So overall, this box wasn't the best for me, but that is part of the charm of Boxycharm, is kind of just a gamble to see what you get. But anyway, I apologize if the lighting has been all over the place in this video. It was a beautiful day when I sat down to film, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, clouds started running across and making it light, dark, light, dark. So I've been trying to keep up and kind of just at least keep it kind of the same throughout, but you guys know, lighting is never very good in my videos. But anyway, that about wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed the little reviews I was able to give from the previous boxes. I hope I never fall that far behind again, because whew, that was a lot. Anyway, let me know what you got from this past month's box. If I heard correctly, there were a lot of different variations going out in the April box. So let me know what you guys ended up getting, and if you guys have tried anything yet, let me know if you like or don't like whatever you got. I am always very curious to hear kind of other people's experiences with these boxes. But yeah, with all that said, that about wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know, especially with these longer videos, you guys are troopers to sit through and watch it all. So thank you very much. Hit the thumbs up before you leave if you'd like. It helps me out in this whole YouTube algorithm thingy. But yeah, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.